guys? Welcome back to the Bucket Think Tank. So here we are for Mr. Terrific Year 1, Issue 5. We are late with this one. I don't even remember this coming out. Um, came out the month before. Oh, we are so bad. That's how busy uh, I've been. Don't work, kids. Don't ever get a job. Don't grow up. It's a huge scam. Never do it. But anyway. So Michael is currently we is our classic story. We find out that Mr. Terrific, fighting on Apocalypse, he's finding out about these portals that need to be closed, but at the same time he's getting his butt kicked. But luckily, his son comes in. There's a whole story with his son. A whole story with how he got a son. It's a thing, but we'll go into that later. We'll go into that another time. Anyway, then we cut back to our main story, and Michael has sort of come to a revelation that he has to do more. And this sort of is him realizing between a superhero and what he wants to do. The question is, what should superheroes be doing? What can he do? So first he decides, okay, so the best way to stop the whole Genesis engine, um, to stop the engine, is if someone else buys up Prescott Industries. I'm like, okay, so Michael calls Bruce. Bruce, you got to call it. You got to buy it. Like, oh, okay, that's a lot of money. Michael's like, look, I got a lot of money, but I don't have that kind of money. Bruce meanwhile is doing his own thing. Like, I'll see what I can do. Then he talks to the council, like, hey, look, you have to sue Athena Prescott. Like, yeah, but I don't have the money. Look, I've got money for a lawyer. We can do this. We can do this. Okay. And then we see him talking to the people in the hospital. Like, hey, look, I want to put mobile clinics in the city. And they're like, that takes a lot of money. Look, I got the money. We can do this. This is interesting because it is Michael sort of being the change he wants to see in the world. And I think in some ways his meeting with Bruce did sort of help with that. Like, Bruce is this billionaire playboy, but yeah, he's also a philanthropist, does a lot of work. He puts his money to work for the community. All right. And he sees that the Prescott you know, offering like, hey, this free energy that's actually going to kill people. Like, no, we need to do more with it. He's not a big fan of superheroes in general, pretty much. Like he's guys going around fighting evil, but what about like actual change, actual meaningful change? What are you going to do with all these powers? And so it seems that Dre's death has sort of like pushed him up there. Of course, then it's changed by Black Lightning, like, hey man, we need to talk. And I was like, yeah, but I'm gonna need you not to be flying directly to my house. The neighbors might see. I'm like, that is fair. That is fair. Athena Prescott is doing better. Her body seemed to have absorbed the radiation as opposed to just like being bombarded by it. She's been told like, "Hey, you should get some better rest." No, no, I got better rest. We gotta go. We gotta go. We got some more stuff to do. Also because Darkseid is totally going to like beyond kill her if this doesn't go through. Meanwhile, the big day is coming. The big day is coming. Uh, where the Nexus engine. I don't know why I kept saying Genesis engine. Where the Nexus engine is about to go online, and but pretty much this let us know like where this is all going to happen as Cormorant is getting ready to, yeah. Oh, oh, it's sort of great, sort of great. Um, as she goes down there, it was like, hey, we got still the protests going on, the lawsuits. Uh, Athena Prescott does mention like, hey, the mayor is still getting bribes. Like he's getting paid to do this. But even the mayor's like, "Hey, I don't think we should. Are you okay? Should we really be doing this? Were you glowing a second ago?" Like it's kind of hilarious. But then boom boom badoom. Cormorant is going through. He's here for Athena Prescott. He's here for Michael Holt. He's here for everyone that has helped ruin his reputation and his life. And I'm kind of here for it, primarily because outside of the explosion, he's very focused on what his target is. Like, yeah, let the people run, let the people run. There we go. There she is. Michael and Jefferson, they talk. They have sort of uh, coming, not just sort of laying it all out. Michael is here to talk about, really what happened with Dre. He knows Dre was murdered. He just can't prove it. Like, how do you know Dre was murdered? Because I was there. All right, I was there. I came and got him. Yeah, in a lot of ways, he's blaming himself for Dre's death, but there's also the question of like why Michael sort of closed him out, why Jefferson wasn't there at the wedding. Is like I had to save the planet. Like that's the weird part. There's also the talk about Jefferson's powers. So Black Lightning is a superhero. He's got superpowers, lightning powers, and Michael's like, you could do so much more with your powers. He's like, my body, my powers, my choice. And that is fair. That is fair. Jefferson has the powers, they're part of his body, and he can do with it whatever he wants with it. He has no obligation to do whatever secret plan Michael has. And you could argue this is sort of Michael's problem. He sees everything else everybody else could be doing, but this whole time he's been doing nothing. This issue is him actually doing something, sort of getting into the group. He sort of let everything stop for him when Paula died, which fair, fair. But him just this sort of look at the world like you could all be doing so much more as I lay in misery, depression, missing my wife. So Michael and Jefferson patch things up. Hey, we cool? We cool, man. Dap it up. And Michael has some stuff that he was working on for Jefferson, but they hadn't talked in a while, so there we go. So Michael and Jefferson go in, looking cool, love it. I don't think the costume was fully there yet. Might just be the way the art's looking. His mom's like, "Look, I'll handle Cornrat. You go handle the reactors." Like, are you sure we should do it that way? Like, that's just a dude with a gun. I'm Black Lightning. I'm sure you can handle that. You're the genius. Maybe you should handle the nuke. Trust me, trust me, trust me. Okay. So they go through. We get a reference to the movie. I don't care what they say. This is definitely about the movie. He fights Cormorant. He's like, every action has an equal and opposite reaction. I am yours. As long as people and forces like you exist, I'm going to be there for the little guy. Boom, boom, boom. I'm not perfect, but I'm going to fight to make a more perfect world. Fair play in these fists. Right here, right now. You know why, Cormorant? Because I'm goddamn Mr. Terrific. Yeah! He said the thing. He said the thing, which is definitely from the movie. And so after everything is done, they seem to not notice the lady in the background is like, yeah, it's over. We're good. Like, but that's how the comic ends. Ultimately, Mr. Terrific Year 1 is pretty well, issue 5 is short, sweet, and to the point. This is Michael sort of pulling himself out as we saw him before when he was more comfortable in the lab. And he like, hey, I found a solution. And now what? He sort of realizing, hey, I have the means and the money to make the real change. And I think it is appropriate that it is Bruce. Well, the adventure with Bruce, the short adventure with Bruce, sort of helped him realize that. Because he seems like admire Bruce to an extent. He did mention in that previous issue, like I sort of sold it all to Bruce Wayne. I don't know why I didn't sell it to the billionaire playboy philanthropist. All right, instead I sold it to Athena Prescott. It's also nice to see him sort of patching up with Black Lightning. Overall, in this story, he and Jefferson seem to be a bit on ends, like on edge. Um, Pretty much because Michael doesn't seem to like respect that he's a superhero. Like, yeah, this is what I choose to do with my life. Suck it. Um, I like the fact that Michael did want Jefferson to be the best man at his wedding. He wanted him there, and Jefferson does regret that he couldn't be there. But superhero work. You got to save the planet. If I don't save the planet, there's definitely no wedding. Boop boop ba doop. Um, but overall, I like it. I can't wait to see what Mr. Terrific and his son are going to do. I'm not gonna lie, I missed the story because it wasn't. I think it was. When was it? I think it was in one of the Flash stories, and I didn't read that. I know he is currently working with. Well, he's hanging out with Quiz Kid, um, the first Mr. Terrific sidekick. So that'll be fun. That was fun watching them just sort of talk about all the high stuff, all the like super high brain stuff they're reading. Uh, I it was actually like one of my favorite parts of the Justice League of the JSA book. Overall, though, I enjoyed this. I like sometimes when these stories are allowed to be short, sweet, and to the point, especially these big stories. I love this image here. I love it. But again, the coat's not there yet. It's not there yet. But he's made the commitment. He's made the commitment to be goddamn Mr. Terrific. So yeah. Sweet, with that, Mosh Major close. If you're new to the Bug Thank you, feel free to like, comment, share, subscribe, smash the thumbs up button. What'd you think about this? I personally like that Michael sort of found his own way of fighting using the T spheres, as we saw in Superman. It's a really fun way to do it because I think at best, Mr. Terrific, especially at this point, is a low level fighter, but using the T spheres is able to compensate for more likely skill differentials, you know, because we're jumping people. Leave your thoughts in the comment section. I'll catch you all later. This is Bucket Think Tank signing off. Thanks for watching as always. May your fandom serve you well.